Hey everyone, how are you? Thank you for joining us today. We've had our schedule is a little bit off from the week. We took yesterday to honor 9/11 and just let that be a Memorial Day. It didn't feel right to come on and start talking about toxic-free essentials. But today, on Tuesday, we are back. So thank you for joining us. We have a few of you joining now. Hi, Elaine and Janice. So we're going to be talking about toxic-free essentials today. I apologize if you were waiting for us on Instagram. I am going to do the shows separately today. So I'm starting with Facebook, and then I will switch over to Instagram in about 30 minutes. Hi, Nancy. We want a little bunny. Come here, my girl. Come here while our friends are coming on. Come here, come say hi. Come here, cute baby. Oh, they're so sweet. There she is. Hi, Marcia from Athens, Georgia. Okay. I hope you guys had a chance either in person or on somebody's feed to see the incredible double rainbows that were in New York and in Los Angeles. It was a remarkable sight to see, and that was God shining down, if you ask me. It was so beautiful. I was making, Bunny doesn't want to be on camera today. Okay, Buns, you're off. I was making dinner for Camelia and Jeff, and I looked outside, and all of a sudden, it was turning twilight, but all of a sudden, the sky just turned this incredible, deep, deep pink. And I said, wow, what is that? And I looked, we both went out onto the patio, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, the most spectacular double rainbow. It was really something special. Yes, we are here at 11 o'clock. Our new schedule, for those of you who haven't been watching, we are normally on Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and then Fridays at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, Kirby got her grow back. That's awesome. All right, good. So let's get started today. First of all, we have an amazing sale. This is a 30% off sale. So all of the toxic-free essentials that we're talking about today are 30% off, and they are all available at SuzanneSummers.com. I spoke to Suzanne and Alan yesterday, and she sounds good. They are, again, getting really intense physical therapy for her and rehabilitation, and she's making a lot of good progress. So she said she feels really good about it. It is really tiring for her, but it was she said she feels empowered by the progress that she's making. So thank you for asking always about Suzanne. As you know, I don't give super detailed reports on her health and wellness, because that is really, they have asked that they do that when they want to give more information. So I'm just here to tell you that she's working her butt off and she's making good progress. So thank you for your prayers. That is really the best thing that we can do, is just send everyone, and including Suzanne, our love and prayers for health and wellness. So, one of the things that Suzanne has talked about so much in her career is about helping to eliminate toxins from her life. And she has really talked about particularly cancer as being a gift in helping her to care more about her health and wellness, and really being a wake-up call for, what have I done to create an atmosphere where this could happen to me? And once she started focusing on that, she started trying to remove all the toxins that she could from her life. So the first thing, of course, was the food. So she was like, I know, all of the toxins that we have in our food now, and our food supply is just not what it used to be. We spray poison on our food, pest control, pesticides, things like that. And they say it's safe, and technically, in the microscopic amounts, but she always talks about that buildup of all the things. So once she got that those toxins out of her food and would eat a mostly organic diet, then she said, God, what about all the skincare products I've been using? What about all the beauty products I'm using? And uncovering, doing all that research to figure out what those toxins are that are in our beauty products and in our skincare, in our body care, in our hair care, and then of course the cleaning products. So the list goes on and on. I will tell you, Suzanne has written 27 books. I do believe this is, I mean, it's hard to say her best book, but this was such an important book, Toxic, from toxic to not sick. And she really goes through all the different places in your body where that toxicity can cause problems. And some of you will say, well, you know, her products don't work because she got cancer, or, well, it didn't work for her. You know what? I just call absolute BS on that, because Suzanne has been managing cancer for decades. And I think the fact that she's had such longevity, even, you know, battling something as serious as cancer, it has to do with how she has adapted her lifestyle to give her body the best chance of fighting back disease. So that's really what she wrote about in Toxic. And I highly recommend, if you haven't read this book, that you have it and you keep it. There's so much good information in this. Suzanne interviews the best and the brightest doctors, experts in the field of whatever subject she's talking about. And she has such entree because everyone knows who she is. So she can literally call anyone and people will come to her because she has all these amazing doctors and scientists who have this incredible information, but they don't have a voice. And she gives them the voice. And she also takes what can be very complicated information from these incredible, brilliant minds, but sometimes they don't know how to distill it down in a way that the masses can understand it. And I really believe that is one of Suzanne's most special gifts, and why she has had 14 New York Times best-selling books and 27 books in total. I think her being able to distill that information down into a soundbite where we can understand it, she calls it Suzanne speak, and that's what she's done. You know, these chapters, when she interviews a doctor or an expert, you know, I would look at these long passages, and she would get the whole thing transcribed. And then she pulls out, she's like, so what you're saying is, and then she knocks it down into a paragraph that everyone can understand. So that is why I'm just so highly recommending this book for you. So we are going to talk about toxicity today. We're going to talk about some of those products on your bathroom counter that you may have no idea were containing so much toxicity. So let's talk about toothpaste first. This is Suzanne's toothpaste. It's called Summer Smile. It is made with stabilized oxygen. It is fluoride free, and it has a wonderful peppermint taste, and it's from real peppermint oil. So what's special about this toothpaste? Yes, it tastes good. It gets the job done. It has a nice brightening, whitening effect. But it does not have any fluoride, and it does not have any sulfates in it. You will see on the back, there is no warning label on the back. We are not required by FTC to put a warning label on the back. And you're like, warning label? What warning labels? Here's a brand of toothpaste that I'm sure you know that many of us have used. And if you look on the back, you can see this warning label. It says, keep out of reach of children under 6 years old. If more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed, get medical help or contact poison control right away. Poison control. Again, so what they're saying is when you're brushing your teeth, you're only swallowing a tiny bit, so a little bit of poison is okay. But if a pea size or more is swallowed, call poison control. Why would we want to put this in our mouths twice a day, every day for our lives? Why would we want that? There's just, some people really believe in fluoride. Suzanne does not believe in fluoride. And so she chooses a fluoride-free toothpaste. I want to show you, Another I wasn't going to show you the label on that. Another toothpaste. This one is a natural toothpaste. It does not have fluoride, so you can see right on the front it says natural fluoride-free anti-plaque and whitening. So, you know, it's fresh, it's not tested on animals, doing good every day. They have a lot of great organizations that they benefit. So I always thought that that was an option that was clean and safe, right? This is an example of greenwashing. So greenwashing is when we are thought to think something is really natural and clean and good for us. I want you guys to know the term natural does not have a definition in terms of the FTC. Natural does not have any requirements. So literally you can call anything natural. What you will find in this toothpaste is that it also has, in the ingredient list, here we go, sodium lauryl sulfate. You guys know we don't use sodium lauryl sulfate. It is a known carcinogen. It is a cancer-causing agent, and I was really surprised to find this in this brand of toothpaste. So you have to read ingredients and you have to educate yourselves, and that's what Suzanne has done, is given us all of this education. I've been so fortunate to be by her side in this process, to learn all of this with her and do the research with her and get this great information, and then bring you a product that has no sodium lauryl sulfate, it has no fluoride, it does not have to have that poison message on the back. So highly recommend that toothpaste. It also smells good, it also tastes good. Let's talk about Wild Orange Jasmine deodorant. So again, deodorant, there's deodorant and there is antiperspirant. So an antiperspirant actually blocks your body from sweating. A deodorant is helping with obviously the scent. So this is a deodorant. There is not an organic antiperspirant. An antiperspirant is made with aluminum chlorhydrate, and that actually helps you to stop sweating. It's aluminum. Many people will say that they don't want that in their bodies. Think about in your underarm, especially if you're a woman and you're shaving, and then you put that antiperspirant on right away. It's just going right into your pores. Suzanne would never use an antiperspirant. So that's why we created this Wild Orange Jasmine deodorant. And let me tell you what she uses in it, and it's fabulous. Organic deodorizers, no harsh chemicals, and it is a blend of citrus oils. It has no aluminum chlorhydrate. It's non-aerosol. It's certified toxic-free. No animal testing. It's a beautiful scent. It's wild orange and jasmine. And, you know, again, you don't want to use an aerosol because that in itself is really just not organic at all. So we highly recommend you try this one. It smells great. It gets the job done. You won't stink. If you are going to a really special event and you really need to make sure that you're not sweating, if you want to use an antiperspirant for those events, go for it. If you at least minimize. Is someone playing pickleball in the background, Lauren? Mauricia? I'm doing a show right now. Would you mind just not sweeping so loudly? Thank you so much. Sorry, no, I have my housekeeper is sweeping and doing such a nice job. I didn't want to tell her to not do her job. Okay, so that's why we recommend this is truly, you know, again, this is an organic, natural doesn't mean anything, but organic and natural. Okay, so lastly, well, not lastly, we're just getting started here. Oh my gosh, outdoor body spray. So what do you use for the sweating? Zoe, I don't have anything for the sweating, but I choose not to use poison and deal with sweating. So if you are somebody who, if you're in a situation where you really just don't want to have sweating, at least try to minimize the times that you use an antiperspirant. Like, we're all just trying to do a little better, right? Like, we're not going to get to the point where we're at zero toxin level. So if I'm, going to an event and I have on a silk something and I really can't afford to have sweat stains, then I may end up deciding to use an antiperspirant, but just for that one special event, and then I won't use it on an everyday basis. That's how I do it, but you do it how it feels comfortable for you. Let's talk about outdoor body spray. So if you are somebody who's spending time outdoors and you're having an issue with critters and bugs and things, this formula, again, it is a organic, toxic-free product. There is no DEET in this. And a lot of people, mosquitoes and bugs and bites like that, they do carry nasty things. And some people are like, it's worth it to use something really strong like DEET to make sure I don't get bit. I support your decision on that if that is what feels right to you. I think for everyday use, if you're trying to reduce the amount of bugs, like, is this as strong as DEET? No, it isn't. But it also doesn't have those chemicals in it. So this has Amazonian Andiroba seed oil, peppermint, lavender, and rosemary, and bugs don't like the smell of it. So it's you can spray it all over your body, and it has no parabens, it has no synthetic fragrances, and again, it helps you to avoid using DEET. The great thing about this is that if you get a bug bite, it really helps to soothe the bug bites. So I would highly recommend you grab this, and hopefully it will help reduce exposure to the bugs and getting bit. But if that does happen, use a little, you can spray a little right on your bug bites, and it just helps take away that itching. We also want to talk about Nourishing Body Lotion. This is, I think this was Suzanne's first product in this line. It is that signature wild orange vanilla, safe on pets, yes, Tanya. Wild orange vanilla scent, which smells like a creamsicle, and this is a fabulous, fabulous lotion. The difference with Suzanne's body lotion is that it's not filled with a bunch of chemical emulsifiers, and the difference with most conventional body lotions, they put a little bit of those active ingredients and then they fill the rest with chemical emulsifiers. Just it's filler, and they might feel really nice going on and they might smell really good going on, but if they're not actually hydrating your skin, really, what is the point? Where it's like they just, your skin feels dry afterwards, and then you just go to put more on. These products actually moisturize your skin, and I love the way this smells. Dina said, please bring back the salon size in the nourishing shampoo and conditioner. Dina, I will check on that. I know we have it in the volumizing, in the coconut sweet almond, to see if there's enough demand for us to bring it back in the nourishing line as well. Oh God, that feels really nice. So the difference with Suzanne's Nourishing Body Lotion, there are ingredients in here that most companies would only use for the face, but she really believes that the skin on your body is as important as the skin on your face. So it has argan oil in it, which is that rare oil from Morocco. It also has sea buckthorn berry. Sea buckthorn berry is such an amazing plant. It's full of omega-rich fatty acids, but this one plant has omega-3, 6, 7, and 9, all in one plant, which is pretty amazing. And then again, this scent is completely, it's from organic essential oils. So there's no artificial fragrance. It's just this beautiful wild orange vanilla scent. We also have it in lemon verbena. So we have wonderful, wonderful scents. But you actually put this on your body and your skin will actually feel hydrated. This is really like giving your skin a drink. And yes, of course, we are praying for Morocco with that just awful earthquake. A friend of mine from college was actually just there, and I saw the earthquake happen just a few days after she left, and she had pictures from before and after, and just complete devastation. So we are sending our love and prayers to all the victims and their families, and hoping they are still finding more survivors there. Okay, let us talk. In case you are joining us late, we are talking about toxic-free essentials. It's 30% off today, all of these amazing products. And if you go to SuzanneSummers.com, 30% off the toxic-free essentials. William said, we really enjoy all of these toxic-free organic products. They are the best. Thank you, William. I hope you and your wife are doing well. Okay, and then we are going, we have another amazing toxic-free essential. This is our relatively new tinted mineral sunscreen. This is a incredible sunscreen. So these are available. We have two shades, the sand and bronze, but you don't need to match your skin tone. It's just one is a little bit lighter and one is a little bit deeper. But because these are mineral based, they're zinc oxide based, the color that we put in this, it just helps to knock back the white, but it really blends with a variety of skin tones. If you're if you're fair to light medium, I would get the sand. If you are medium to deep, I would get the bronze. And again, it really blends into your skin tone. I'll show you here. You may have seen my daughter Violet, who is on vacation right now. She's actually working / vacation over in Europe. So she's been doing some location. She's been doing a little bit of location shooting with these products. So she was in Mallorca on a beach talking about this sunscreen. So, I guess she was talking about liquid oxygen. But I think in another one she was talking about sunscreen. This is the sand. So again, I'm just gonna show you. That's way more than I need to cover my hand. But I'm gonna show you how they really blend here. Okay, and then this is the bronze. So you can see the bronze is a little bit better color for me because I'm medium. Okay, so I'm just gonna rub these in so you can see how, I could really wear either color. Where do we see Violet's clips while she's in Europe? Sandy, we've posted some on Suzanne's handle, and Violet has posted a little bit on her own as well. So she's at Violet Summers on Instagram. She doesn't use Facebook much, so I'm not sure she's on Facebook. Putting on the peppermint body butter as you speak. Oh, awesome. So I have been using these sunscreens a lot because I'm playing pickleball pretty much every day now. And I'm out there in the sun, so I'm trying to keep my skin safe and not get too much sun. I'm trying to wear, higher collared shirts. My face is always, I always use this on my face. And what's nice about it is that it has a little bit of tint in it. And I love that it's almost like you get a little bit of coverage. And if you're doing something active, like if you're hiking or you're at the beach, you don't want to have a full face of makeup on generally. So I love that this is a way to get some coverage. And so you can see now, this was the sand side, this was the bronze side, and they've both really blended into my skin. Yeah, I once they blend in, because again, it's not a tint that's sitting on top of the skin. It it's actually blending into your skin tone. And unlike, regular sunscreen, it is really good to protect against UV rays, which are damaging, but the chemicals in it are not good. So I'm not telling you not to use sunscreen. We choose a mineral-based sunscreen that instead of it absorbing into the skin, it's a reflective process. So what it does is the UV rays reflect off of it, and so they don't absorb into the skin. And it is extremely effective. I mean, when we were kids, all the lifeguards always used zinc oxide, so they would have just that white on their faces. So what we've done is we put some of this tinted makeup in it, the organic tinted makeup, and it takes away that white. So it just makes it much easier to use. And my hand looks a lot better. This is without, this is with. You can see it does look a lot better. So yes, we've got Karen here talking about her brother with stage 4 skin cancer. He was out on the water for years. I get it. So it is important to use a sunscreen if you're having any kind of sun exposure. So this can be used daily. You can use this as your facial sunscreen, and it's really great. And then, the last thing we want to do is with people avoiding toxins, like, oh my God, but sunscreen is toxic too. There are sunscreens that are not toxic, and this is one of them. So do you have any tanning lotion to give you a tan? I'm unable to go in the sun. Connie, we do. We have we have 2 products. One is called Golden Tanning Serum, and it has organic French Polynesian sugar peptides. And they work with the melanin in your skin to turn you a deeper color. It's a serum, it goes on really smoothly, and it's wonderful. And then we have a tan extender that's called Healthy Glow Body Lotion. So that is a combination of Suzanne's amazing body lotion with some of those tanning actives in it. So that's really easy to put on. You can use it on your face. Suzanne uses it on her face all the time. You can use it on your body. So if you want to really kickstart your tan, get that golden tanning serum, and then use the Healthy Glow body lotion every day. Or if you just want to slowly build up a bit of the tan, use the Healthy Glow body lotion, because it's like this lotion, but it has the tanning actives in it. Angie said, do you use all the products? I use, so you should see my counter. And Bruce is super organized, so all of his stuff is in drawers. But I just have so many things that mine is spread out. And, after a show like this, I'm like, oh, good, I'm almost out of toothpaste. Oh, yeah, I need some deodorant. Oh, I only have a little bit left. And my counter just gets more and more full. I'm not as organized as he is, but I'm definitely spoiled by all of these products. So don't forget to grab a copy of Suzanne's amazing book, From Toxic to Not Sick. For any of you who are interested in mold toxicity or Lyme disease, this is also the book that there's a whole chapter about Violet and her illness that she went through when she was 14 years old. And we've talked about that quite a bit, especially with the Wellis Air, the total home purification system, because it really took us a while to figure out what was making both of my girls so sick. And once we uncovered the mold, and that the mold toxicity was the biggest problem, we had to start with that foundation and start doing the things so we could reduce that mold toxicity. Because, Suzanne always talks about the tipping point. So for someone like Violet, and it's 25% of the population who carries that HLA gene, which is your mold gene, if you are allergic to mold, you're much more susceptible. Like, mold is everywhere and we're all exposed all the time. But when you have the allergy to mold, like both of my kids, that's where, all of a sudden your allergen load is already starting at here. So then you add toxicity in your skincare, you add toxicity in the food supply, you add toxicity in your healthcare products, you're putting on toxic sunscreen, you're using toxic deodorant, and all of a sudden, and then, a cat walks in the room for Camellia, and all of a sudden she would just blow up. like, wow, what the heck is happening here? So once we got on top of the mold toxicity and we could start reducing, it brings down the total allergen load. And that's why, yes, Nancy, the air purifier, I think they found a workaround with Canada. I think they have a distributor in Canada. Go to wellisairpure.com and ask customer service if they can set you up in Canada, because I think they found a solution for that. But once we can get rid of that overall allergen load, so, again, they started eating organic foods. We got rid of the toxicity in their skincare products. We got rid of the toxicity in the hair care and the cleaning supplies and all of those things. All of a sudden, then that overall toxin load starts going down. And now, we were just at my girlfriend's house. She's got 2 new kittens. Camellia could play with that kitten and she was fine. So again, it's all about lowering the toxicity. We have the Wellis Air in every one of our, areas in our home. Camellia has one at her apartment. Violet has one in her room. We have one here. A lot of you are saying you bought one and then you are going back and buying more of them. That's helping to get rid of the toxicity in the air. So our air supply is polluted, and that's where we're helping to lower the overall toxic load from toxic to not sick. So I'm going to say thank you to Suzanne, who has just been an absolute force in educating all of us about why we should care about toxic-free products, and for this amazing line that I'm so proud to have helped her create, so that, and again, this is how Suzanne works. She gets this information, she does all of this research, she finds the solution, and then she looks at me and says, go make a product so that other people can share in this solution. So that's what we're doing today with this big discount, 30% off. It's all available at SuzanneSummers.com. I've got to jump. I'm going to hop over to Instagram, but thanks for joining us today. I'm back tomorrow with Daisy. We're doing a spa day. So I'll see you guys at 11 Pacific time. Thanks.